there isn't another Star Wars game, modded or otherwise, that has the scope of Interworlds. A fully realized space sandbox with all the big factions, hundreds of sectors to explore, and starships to pilot or command out of the Star Wars universe. Interworlds has become the ultimate Star Wars space-based empire-building experience, and it just got its big 0.7 release. Well, technically 0.71. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Ejecting. Emergency eject successful.
Meaning it's finally compatible with Kingdom Inn's DLC that released a few months ago. 0.7 isn't just an update to get it functioning with the new DLC either, it brings with it a bunch of new mechanics and content. So let's dive into it so you can decide if you're ready to try out this massive total conversion or wait until the 1.0 release date. First up, let's talk about content before mechanics. Added in this version is a rework of the MC-80 ship line. And they are looking damn fine inside and out. They really scream flagship of the Alliance now. Newly added ships like the Lat-C, the Lat-I, located under the Corporate Sector Authority at Camino, the SeaTac-K miners have been added, and the Stinger yacht for civilian shipyards, which has a full interior. For weapons, we got the Tamco, dual and quad laser cannons, flushing out the CSA's weapons, and stations now have their own unique large turrets and shields.
Illegal cargo on drone detected.
This version comes with a big focus on adding new ways to start playing, including different start menus in the game settings.
Over, there is still much money to be made from the conflict. Put your reliable freighter and your funds to good use. The Republic needs the support of every citizen.
After graduating from the Imperial Navy Academy with exceptional grades, you were given a choice to join the Navy as a regular starfighter pilot or become a free agent and bring order to the galaxy in other different ways that may not be direct. You know that after the Emperor's death, his empire would be shattered. Those numerous admirals and warlords will fight for influence and power.
A series of first start released big goal missions for advanced starts. There's a Camino-related event now that'll turn them into a bigger faction for all you Clone Wars fans. The Rebels now start out holding Alderaan as a sector. The Imperial Ascendancy start will have the player riding out with a TIE Striker as their starting ship. If you've already dived into 7.0, it's been out for a couple of days now, and you've already downloaded it, make sure you go back if you're gonna play the Rebels and download the new update that just released today. This is the 0.71 update. It fixes some of the Rebel starts as there was an issue. I'll put a link for their Discord down in the description below. So on to what I think is the most interesting aspects of this update. The new mechanics added. First of all, since this update makes it so Kingdoms in the DLC works with this, we see a lot of the DLC's improvements to the base game being ported over to the new total conversion version. The new flag system has been applied to all the weapons that require it. Better performance in the late game has been established. They've updated all their assets for the new physics engine. Even more interestingly, they've enabled expedition forces and incursion forces for different factions. So you'll see groups get a bit more spicy and strive out into the universe to either help or hinder you and your allies. There have been a host of quality of life and AI changes as well, like the AI being better able to acquire ships from farther back behind the lines. New audio from inside faction stations has been added for a little bit more immersion. 7.0 is the start of custom missions, making the world feel more alive and finally giving players like me a better way to focus up on having goals set out at the start of the campaign. 0.8 is slated to have more lore-based missions and what I hope to be the beginning of a proper campaign from the authors. I love to see what they're able to pull out. Are you gonna check out this new version, or are you gonna wait for 1.0? Let me know in the comments below. I'm interested. I've been thinking about what my long-term goals would be if I wanted to start out and which one of these starts I would take, because there are so many to choose from. We can be a rogue commander of our Quentin's cruiser, or a clone that didn't come out quite right, who everybody hates but one faction. Also, you start with a Venator, which is pretty cool. Or just starting out with a good old trading ship like X3 and all the campaigns that I've played, starting from scratch and building your way up, telling your own story. But even that has options. Do I side with the for friendly company with the Empire that gives me a Gazanti freighter, or do I go full civilian and pick up that ship from Clone Wars series, or actually no, yeah, Clone Wars series with Anakin called the Twilight, which is a pretty neat ship. I will say the space stations look absolutely amazing, including the Imperial one. They've got that full shipyard vibe to them. Ah, so cool. I can't wait to buy one of these if I make an Imperial character. All right, everyone, if you're going to start playing, which start are you gonna use? And what faction are you gonna fight for? Thank you all for joining me. If you want to see more Star Wars modding gaming goodness, then make sure you subscribe here to the XP Gamers, and I'll catch you all next time. Later, everybody.